we wanted to do at first was to basically use the web to reach out to Malaysians who were abroad, people who missed home. They wanted to know more about what was going on back home. From what we understood back then, the embassies would carry the newspapers from back home, but by the time it got to the public, or rather the Malaysians who went into the embassy, it would be like 3 months late. So once we had this idea for the Star to go online, we said, okay, we got a few of the embassies to help us with the launch. So we said, maybe you can tell the Malaysians abroad on your mailing lists and in your address books that there's now this service on the web where you can actually get Malaysian news the day after it happened, sometimes even on the day itself. Like, people were really excited, and for the first few years of the Star Online's existence, a large portion of the audience was actually from abroad.
It's worth it, looking back, there are times when you meet up with people and they tell you things like, hey, I used to access the Star Online when I was overseas. That was very satisfying, when we hear that. At least we really serve a real purpose out there, We brought Malaysia closer to them, while they were overseas.
We are content provider in different platforms. And of course that with the availability of this technology, we're able to deliver it much faster, and that I'm glad that the Star had the foresight. We started this 20 years ago. We were the first to do it. When we started the Star Online, some of our competitors asked us that, why is the Star Online doing this? Why do you need to do this? But we knew we had to get it going, and we are glad that after 20 years, the Star remains on the pole position most of the time, and we are regularly on the #1 spot. And I think it speaks volume of all the effort, investment they have put in.
Our readers are very demanding. What they want is they want news now, immediately. So one way to do it is when we go for an event, when we cover it, our reporters will be tweeting what's happening, and then once they're done with the story, we'll immediately send the story, and then we can upload it on Star Online very quick. For me, one of the most memorable story is the Lahadatu intrusion. One of the reasons is because that's when kind of like Star Online went more live. We were more current. We were not a static website. And then that intrusion gave us the opportunity to tell the story live. So that was one big story. And then the other big story for us is the MH370. Star Online was the first to break that story that the plane had disappeared. That was big for us. The next big thing for Star Online, and which we are doing now, is we have video clips of news stories. And then the advantage of this is, instead of just imagining what happened, like just say there's a car crash or somebody resigns, you can see it in the video. Instead of just reading it, it'll give our readers more understanding of this situation.